Hey everybody, welcome to Inside Business Today. You know, across the country, homeowners and business owners are facing rising insurance costs, growing uncertainty, and increasingly complex claims that they have to process.
But for many people, the real challenge begins after disaster strikes, and navigating an insurance claim can quickly become overwhelming. So joining us today are Scott Harris, CEO of NAPAICC, restoration expert James Johnigean, and attorney Josh Durocher. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Just for everyone at home, tell us exactly what you guys do in a nutshell.
Sure. So we own a public adjustment firm. We represent policyholders in a situation where they have a claim that ends up with an unfavorable outcome, and we'll step in and we basically triage people's claims that are gone bad. Mm-hmm. So we'll go in and reinvestigate the entire claim, take a look at the circumstances around it, reinvestigate the policy coverage, make sure that there is policy coverage, and then at that point we start to work with the insurance companies on behalf of the policyholder to actually come to an equitable solution on everybody's behalf.
So there's that many people that need the results of a claim looked at again, is what you're saying, basically.
There is. The market has created an unbelievable demand for a need for people like me to come into the market because the results have been so poor for the policyholder, for the homeowners. What I've seen in the last 10 years is just a systemic problem in insurance that has created an unfair balance towards policyholders, where they're not being able to be indemnified enough to properly bring themselves back to pre-loss condition. In other words, they're not getting the money to fix their homes. That's right. And at that point, what do?
So Josh, you're very similar, right, in terms of really knowing this business, because before you were the founder of your own firm, you actually represented some of the larger companies, right? The larger insurance carriers in Florida. So can you tell us a little bit about how that experience shaped your perspective today?
Yeah, so taking that to my firm, what it does is it's essentially like switching teams. I was on a team and I learned when I switched, I know the plays, how they like to do things, what they're going to do in certain positions, in certain circumstances. So I take that and I apply it to litigation or pre-suit, giving them what they need or giving them everything they need to pay the claim that they should. Yeah. But ultimately, I was litigating on the defense as well. So we take that and apply that when public adjusters or homeowners come to a stalemate, even if they're giving everything over, sometimes the insurance company has to be sued.
And James, you spent decades really helping property owners recover all sorts of damage after storms and fires and other major crises. Do you see that same confusion on the reconstruction side?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. And the way the process works is you've had a fire or a flood, all the initial work and cleanup is basically the blueprint for the reconstruction. Meaning if we took out the carpet, we're going to replace the carpet. We took out the cabinets, we're going to replace the cabinets. If any part of that falls out of line, if there's not documentation of everything that was done from the time you walked into the door until the time you're done with the remediation, you're also not going to have the documentation to support all the repairs that are going to be needed afterward.
Final question, if people want to get in touch with you, where should they go?
Well, they can look at us online. NAPAICC.com is a good spot. We also have a podcast that we started just for educational purposes. It's called the NAPAICC Insider. And we do a newsletter on LinkedIn, which is also the NAPAICC Insider. And that goes out twice a week. And that is just purely to educate consumers that we are actually out here. We're here to help you. We don't charge any money to look over your claim. You can call me and just ask me questions. Hey, I had this claim, I'm really not sure, and bounce things back and forth. If they feel that they should hire us, great. If they feel they should go a different direction, even better.
Guys, thank you so much. I learned a lot. I appreciate the time today.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate being here.
Thank you. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time on Inside Business Today.